Oh, hello, hello. So glad you're back. What did you think about the last exercise? Did you come up with something good? I'm really excited, and I hope that you are open to share any of the insights that you've gleaned from this on Friday. Well, today we're going to expand a little on those beliefs and thoughts. So while the beliefs are something that you might not even consciously think about all the time, it is something that you thought about so much earlier on in life, or you've heard repeated over and over again, that you might not need to think about that anymore. You just, like, it's so deeply installed, it runs as an undercurrent, like in your subconscious. But what it does, it informs thought loops that you might have. So these are the thought loops that are turning around and around in your head relentlessly. These are kind of the thought loops. It's almost like a ceiling fan in your head. And while they are based on your beliefs, they're also based on your past experiences. And it's the stuff we tell ourselves and the stories we make up and the predictions that we are making to kind of predict what's going to happen in the future based on experiences we have in the past. So, for example, you know that my parents were divorced. So if you're in the same boat, that you might make a prediction what that means about your own marriage, right? Or there's another one similar, is if your father was an alcoholic, that in itself increases the likelihood for you to engage in addictive behavior or being in a relationship that's very similar to that, right? So, I mean, it's been researched and it's been proven by science and by psychotherapy that there is a pattern. But here, this one really blew me away. Did you know that your mind thinks between 50 to 80,000 thoughts a day? That's up to 3,333 something thoughts an hour. And did you know that 98% of those thoughts are the same thoughts you had the day before, and the day before, and the day before, and the day before that day? Would you then say that we are free? Or would you say that we are actually the victims of our own thoughts? If 98% of our thoughts are basically riding away with us, and we have no way of stopping that or being conscious about them, and only 2 meager percent of our thoughts each day is new or different, it's crazy. And if you think about it, those thoughts, the majority of those thoughts, they aren't nice thoughts. In fact, there's a quote from Anonymous, like that famous Anonymous, that said, if we treated our friends the way we treat ourselves, we would all be in jail. And we are always cooking up the worst case scenario. So, like, maybe that resonates with you. When my husband is on a work trip and he doesn't call right after landing and checking in or sending me a text that he's landed safely, I start obsessively checking my news on my phone. And it's like, because in my mind, there's been a